What's going on, everybody? This is Sheer from Sheer Brilliance Knicks. Excited to hop on here. It's been a couple of days. I've been away, not necessarily having Knicks Deli after victories. We're experiencing two straight victories. All right, a lot in addition to those victories have taken place. We have free agents who are now part of the team. And listen, man, it's just good times. The New York Knicks are going into the All-Star break on a nice little rhythm with good vibes and good energy. And I want to talk about it. But not only do I want to talk about it, I want to be a little bit braggadocious. I want to step outside of the box a little bit and call a spade a spade. And the spade that I want to call is that your New York Knicks have very stealthily put together an Eastern Conference contending team. The New York Knicks, as currently constituted, has put together a team that I believe will battle for the Eastern Conference Championship this year. This year. Okay? Now, some people are looking at me like, are you stupid or are you dumb? And other people are looking at me like, no. Nah, let them cook. Let them cook. And that's what I'm here to do today. I'm here to chef this thing up. For about 3 reasons, puts me in a position where I say not only have the New York Knicks positioned their team to be able to compete for the Eastern Conference Championship this year, but within the next 3 to 4 years, your New York Knicks will be contending for a world championship. Mark my words. And this is why. And for Knicks fans, listen up closely, all right? Because a lesson is learned. A lesson is there to be learned for you, all right? First and foremost, all right, the New York Knicks are showing the NBA and Knicks fans how to build a championship contender. They're doing this about 4 or 5 different ways. One, they're doing their due diligence. They are scouring the league. They are scouting talents, and they're doing it stealthily, okay? There's a lot of rumors out there of who the Knicks are interested in. Who could they potentially bring in, all right? And we rely on a lot of our insiders and their reports. But the fact of the matter is they don't know ish. They don't know what moves that the Knicks will pull off. Truth of the matter is, in the years that Leon Rose has been here, rarely have insiders been right about who the Knicks would ultimately sign, okay? Now, there's a lot to be said about whether or not the signings we've made have been impactful. But what they've done is they're putting together pieces that ultimately will surround that championship team, who will play critical roles in contributing to those runs. All right? So the due diligence being done. Also, this team, this front office, this ownership is not acquiescing to external pressures placed upon them by the New York Knicks fans or the national and local media. And I love that, because historically, we would listen to what we as fans wanted. If we're having chance of fire a coach or GM, or if we are making a player's life so miserable that we run them out of town. This front office, this ownership group, this coaching staff is not acquiescing to the calls and the demands of Knicks fans, to the calls and the demands or the pressures put upon them by the national media. So I love that as well. There is a focus that's there that hasn't been there in years. And more importantly is same page strategy that's being shown by the New York Knicks organization, from the top ownership down to the entire coaching staff. It is important that any moves that you make, everybody is in agreement and on the same page from top to bottom. And the last few moves that the Knicks have made have been an example of it. Whether it's the bringing in and signing to a full max contract for Jalen Brunson, that being an example of it. For you to give a max contract to that player shows, from ownership to the coaching staff, they believed in what that player was going to do for the team. And they've been proven right. Whether it's with the recent acquisition of Josh Hart, creating the Hart Foundation of Isaiah Hartenstein on the bench, and at the moment, Josh Hart coming off of the bench. Those are critical moves. Those are championship pieces that you've just added, adding depth and a different type of wrinkle to your offense at the 5 position, and adding a player who is tirelessly pursuing the ball, making the small plays, championship plays, and wearing that energy on their sleeve in the largest, most energetic market in the NBA. Those are championship moves. And those are moves that are made when the team is on the same page. Cam Reddish is an example of a move that was made while the entire team wasn't on the same page. Seems like the coaching staff were not in agreement with what the leadership administratively or the owner was in agreement with signing off on. And that's where Cam ran into being in a position where he didn't get playing time. What you're seeing now with the players on the team are examples of the team being on the same page and moves that come as a result of it. Jalen Brunson has been utterly impressive, utterly outstanding. He is absolutely an all-star this year, and he is absolutely on path to be our superstar on the New York Knicks, the first superstar we've had in years. Superstars are created in key, pivotal moments, historical moments. Jalen Brunson, if given the opportunity to be in those positions, will prove himself to be a superstar in those moments. Absolutely. And we're here to witness it from the ground up. Next, Mitchell Robinson isn't even in the lineup right now. For all of you non-Mitch fans, all of those, let's get Miles Turner instead of Mitchell Robinson fans. Listen to this. He is going to be key to our championship contending run. And he has a team, a symbol that'll allow him to do what he does best, is focus on his game. And he's not even in the game yet, and we're pulling off wins. So imagine how we're going to be when he returns. Keep that in mind. Also, the way the team is currently constituted, RJ Barrett is struggling. So when you have a team that can afford one of your stars an opportunity to go through ups and downs, you have a team who is on the verge of becoming a title contender. These things can't be overlooked. These cannot be overlooked. And you still have your picks, a treasure trove of those picks, and you still have the level of cap flexibility that is going to be positioning your team for success for years down the line. For when that superstar player becomes available to add to who you have already, you will have the assets as well as the cap flexibility to make that happen. New York Knicks fans, thankfully, we have good pieces in terms of ownership, front office, and coaching in place that don't listen to us. Because if they did, we would still be middling in the NBA. The New York Knicks stay steady. They stand pat. They are unmoved by the waves that take place around them. And they have a goal in mind, and they are strategically, meticulously, and deliberately working their way towards that goal. A sustainable winner, a championship contender, and eventually a champion. That, ladies and gentlemen, is our organization. Those are our New York Knicks. I'll be the first one to call in sick, to be there at the Canyon of Heroes to celebrate our heroes once that chip is acquired. What say you? Keep in mind, same thing applies to life as applies to our team. If there's no struggle, there's no progress. I'm out. Sheer Brilliance Knicks. Peace.